How you doing? Justin here. Welcome to stage 4. And to start off with, we're going to be checking out quite a few new chords. In this one, we're going to be checking out some 7 chords. Specifically, we're going to be learning G7, C7, and B7. Now, don't get put off by this 7 thing. It doesn't make them any harder than regular chords, although these ones kind of mostly use well, one's got a bit of a stretch, one adds another finger, so you might find them a little bit difficult, but they're not hard. In the grand scheme of things, having a 7 on it doesn't make it any more difficult. Actually, while we're at it, don't get confused about the names of chords at all, because this chord, with no fingers on at all, is an A11 with an E bass. So let's not worry about the big names of stuff, right? Let's get to a close-up now and check out these new dominant 7th chords. Okay, here we are looking at G7. Now G7's a little bit stretchy. The main issue here is that it's very similar to a C. There's a C chord for you, and you can see if you start with a C and you move your first finger down one string and your second and third fingers up one string, I'm talking physically up there, we end up with G7. Very funky sounding chord. Great for blues, as we're going to hear a little bit later. So I'll just go through that again. First finger, thinnest string, first fret. Second finger, second fret, 5th string, which is quite a stretch. Third finger reaching over for the 3rd fret on the thickest string. The main deal here that you want to watch out for is the second finger, making sure it's not too flat, because if it's too flat then you'll find that the D string won't ring out. That's the 4th string. You'll get, we want, again, making sure that you strum and pick out and strum. That's your G7. Now the next chord that we're going to check out is C7. So we already know to get from G to C, we just move our first finger back, those 2 fingers over, and now we're back to our old friend C. Now luckily, C to C7 is pretty straightforward. All we're doing here, we're adding the little finger down here at the 3rd string, 3rd fret. That's it. So it's just regular C, which I know you know oh so well by now. You're adding little finger, 3rd string, 3rd fret, and you got your C7. Very funky little sound. Okay, and lastly, we've got here a B7. Now B regular is kind of a bar chord most of the time, but we're lucky here. We get a nice little B7 here, which is really good. It's used a lot in blues music, this B7, so this is definitely one to check out. Now, it's using all 4 fingers, and it's a little bit difficult, but only because it's a little bit new and it's not like many of the other chord shapes we've looked at so far. But let me go through. So, first finger, 1st fret on the 4th string, second finger, 2nd fret on the 5th string, third finger, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and little finger, 2nd fret on the thinnest string. The big deal here is making sure that your second finger is nice and round, because if it's too flat, you'll get a muted D string. So you want to keep that nice and round to let that note ring out, the note that your first finger's playing, which is the note D sharp. All the rest is pretty straightforward. This is also difficult to get the open B string, because it's very easy for that 3rd finger to lay a little bit too close and touch the B string. So just be aware of its position there. Sometimes you might find you need to lift the finger up and kind of adjust whether it's a little bit higher or a little bit lower. My fingers kind of naturally go to the right one, but only because I've done this sort of practice a whole lot. So that's it. You probably want to adjust that 3rd finger to get a nice open B string, and little finger down on the thinnest string there. Now, as you can see, none of those dominant chords are particularly difficult. You know, the B7's a little bit unusual. You might not have played anything like that before. C7's pretty straightforward. It's just C with another note added in. And the G7's a bit stretchy, but not too bad. But very, very cool and useful chords. Great for the blues, if you like blues. You use it quite a lot in folk and other styles too. So check out those chords, and I'll see you for another new chord in a minute.